Hi everyone, you're welcome to my channel. My name is Judy Man. This video is for diasporans. The diasporans are very excited to invest back home, but sadly, these people that are posing themselves as contractors slash managers are not helping matters. There are a lot of people that have taken money from diasporans and never built them a house, and this has got to stop. On this video, I'll be sharing with you a lot that has been happening, and my husband was almost a victim of this. So you need to look at this very closely. So I have a lot of text messages and a lot of things to show that these people will just pose themselves as these contractors. They are not even experienced. They are inexperienced, and they are very, very high priced, even more than the experienced contractors and the true contractors. So now we know your dreams to build a home, right? And invest back home. You have worked so hard, you have saved a lot of money, and you need something tangible to show for it, right? So, but unfortunately, people like that will not let it happen. So, my husband liked to stay in 5-star hotel when he go to the Gambia. So he says, most times we get Airbnb, and then he says, instead of always paying, a hotel and Airbnb, let me just get a little 2-bedroom flat so I can stay there whenever I visit the Gambia, or we can stay there whenever we visit the Gambia, until I decide on when to build a good home or a bigger home, so to speak. And then the experience you're about to hear now, you wouldn't believe it. So have you ever seen a contract that binds just you as a client, and then the contractor exempt himself out of there? Like, the contract governs around you.
Yeah, consequences.
Now, exactly. If you don't
the
pay,
only consequences is
the client,
the person that's building,
which is you. You are the client. He is the contractor. So now, my husband traveled to the Gambia to, this is funny, okay? To discuss the way forward so this building can take place. After coming back, even at that Gambia where he visited, it was back and forth because of the contract. The contract says that if you don't pay the money on time, then you're gonna pay a penalty, a fee for not paying money on time. That's not even on us. Okay, for right now, right? When you send money to Africa, sometimes it takes 3 days.
Well, right now it takes
or 1
7
week.
days.
It depends on where you're
7
sending
days.
it to. Now, because of that delay, I gotta pay you as my contractor. I gotta pay you
A
percentage, a fee, a penalty for the money that has not been delivered yet, which is on the way. That is it. So secondly, if I have any amendment in the house, or if I complain, if I complain that this structure was not the same thing you told me in the contract, I gotta pay a fee. Who does that?
All the consequences is on the client. No consequences on the builder.
Now, the moment my husband got that contract, he forwarded it to me. Okay, and I read the contract. I'm like, did you get a loan from these people? He said, no, of course I didn't get no loan from them. Because it sounds like you're getting a loan from these people.
Yeah, that's the major problem I had with the contract, other than the price changes. The price kept changing also. But the fact that I got a consequence over my money. I should be able to send my money when I send it. Not
at your ease.
Get charged a fee because my money is not showing up to the contractor. My only consequence should be a delay in my building. That's the only consequence I should have when sending money when I want to send it.
Imagine that. And now the one that really, really raised my eyebrow was the fact that when this house is done, it's not even up to the point that they finish and hand over the key. It's carcass, right?
Carcass.
The skeletal
Not a finished house, right? Not a finished
For how
house.
much, honey? Please just say the price in your mouth.
Carcass.
For how much?
The carcass house was initially it was 14,000
For a
for
carcass.
just the carcass.
Hey.
So that's
For
the
small two bedroom.
foundation up to the roof.
8 by 8 feet house. And these people can't even draw a plan. You know what they did? They actually copied a plan.
There's an app. There's an app.
Yes, they actually copied a plan from an app and sent to me. When I saw that, I didn't read no architects ever. But I sat down. I will show you right on this video. I sat down and I sketched out something. And I sent to them. I said, what about this plan?
But it's not real. It's not. It was not a real sketch plan because I didn't see no plumbing. I didn't see no wiring. Nothing like that.
Nothing.
You should have about 20 pages, 16 to 20 pages of sketch work.
Let me just look at.
In a sketch plan. You can get anything like that on any app on Google.
Let me just look at the sketch I drew to these people at first. You know, after my husband went over there, stayed in a hotel, transportation, everything wasn't done. He came back to the US. He was still back and forth. So I said, it means maybe these people don't know what they're doing.
I've had a sketch plan.
I draw them
drew
this
before.
Yes.
From an actual architect company. And it was I have 20 pages of sketch work. So I don't know.
This is ridiculous. So when you're dealing with people like this, you have to look. So first of all, while I'm looking for this, I actually asked them, okay, let me see what you have done in the past. You can't be a contractor and you haven't done nothing in the past. Let me see the houses you have built. You know what these people did? They sent me here. This is a sketch plan. This is something I sketch. I did this myself and I sent to them, right? So when I asked them, have you ever done a finished project before? Because a client is moved by what they see, all right? I haven't worked with you before and you tell me you have done this for a lot of people and you need to see the way they will tell you about things they have done. Okay, fine. That will speak for itself, right? Let me see what you have done before. You know what they did? They gave me a YouTube channel to watch that somebody have built a country home. Do they do country home in Africa? A wooden country home. And I told my husband, is this the kind of house? I'm not going to be, even if we are going to be visiting this kind of a house. He said, no, that's just the pattern. I really do not even like the pattern. Look at the video. And then I wasn't comfortable. I had to reschedule the meeting, right, for us to talk about the contract because I don't like this contract that seems like I'm owing you credits, that if I don't pay your loan, I got to pay fees, right? So I have to deal with the one here in the US and then deal across when I come to Africa. And then these clauses that you give to me is not... It's not applicable in Africa.
They do that in the U.S.
These
They
clauses
do that in the U.S.
is applicable here. Things you don't pay on time, you pay penalty, which I understand, right? You want to get a loan for your credit to build up your credit here in America.
You're borrowing somebody else's money.
Exactly. So now, if that was that easy, why are you in Africa? You should be here in America doing it. Or is it because in Africa you don't have consequences for that? Now you are targeting diasporans.
There's no regulations,
right?
Yeah.
No regulations. So you target. Why don't you apply that to those locals in that Gambia or in Africa, so to speak? Why don't you target the people that are building around there? Why are you targeting the diasporans, people in America, people in Europe,
right,
and the rest of it?
The same way as the locals.
So these people are most vulnerable. just because they don't have the time to go to the site, or just because they don't have the time to follow you bumper to bumper to see what you're doing, or just because you feel that these people will give you the kind of money that you need to boom blow up, and then you now go with their money, and because they won't have the time to leave their work or whatever they're doing in the US or wherever they are to run after you, right? And then to think that these are the same people that have lived abroad and they can't cope and they run back home just to wait for people that will come at the diaspora so you can make them a victim of circumstances. You don't do that. These have got to stop. A lot of people are taking advantage of this situation. The fact that these people won't come after you because they can't leave. Already, you know that when you travel, you have a little time to stay out there, right? So tell me when you have the time to start chasing a contractor around.
Yeah, the time is limited.
The time is limited. So that's why these diasporans are vulnerable. That's why they're targeting people like this. And you will feel very safe to see that this is your brother. You have lived abroad. You know how things are being done. And I'm relaxed. You're the one doing this to me.
And you know how difficult it is in America.
Right? You don't do that. So now you want to tell me that when I see a brother in a different country, no, I don't want to do that. I'd rather do it with somebody else. Is that what you're saying? Okay, now I'm telling you, diasporans, if you want to build a house, let me tell you what to do. If you don't have a contractor, you can just find a taxi, a local taxi, and tell the taxi to drive you around. I bet you, the moment the taxi drive you around, you will find a building that you like. And you stop. When you stop there, whoever you see, because there's nobody you won't see in the building, ask the person, I need to see the contractor of this house. Seeing is believing, right? When you see the kind of house you like, you stop and ask questions. They will give you the person's number. Now, back to what I was talking about. I asked these people, do you have any job you have done before? You know, look at what they sent to me.
That's a sketch plan that's worth $300, $400.
For this thing they copy online. Did you see that? They copy this online and send for my husband to pay. How much again?
$300 or $400.
For this. Who does that? But I sat down just one night to sketch out that for them. Free of charge.
No plumbing on there. No wiring on there.
Okay, now, when my husband got back to the US, he started calling them. Like I told you, we're having meeting upon meeting upon meeting. I was fed up. What kind of contracts that can never be executed, can never be done, can never be signed? Because the contract is too hard to sign. It looks like you're signing into another debt.
And I said that when I was there. I told them I cannot sign the contract.
Let me show you guys the messages I had sent. I said,
do it.
This kind of energy is not applicable to Africans. We don't do things like that in Africa. I am from Nigeria, and I've never seen anything like that. When I build my house, I should be able to build it at my own time. I should be able to send you money when I want. At my convenience, right? Now, you're telling me at first, they were saying that we were delaying to sign the contract. When they have another client, they're going to move on with that client, right? So they're going to move on with the next person. I'm like, okay, because with this contract, I'm not comfortable. We are not.
I would never sign a contract.
So a lot of men carry your wife along when you're doing something. Don't say it's a surprise. Even though I know that there's no way my husband would have signed a contract like that. Most men want to surprise their wives, and as such, they want to do such a thing. You don't do that. You don't. How you sign a contract that says the defects, right? Defects that you actually did. I can't complain. I understand if natural disasters occurs, right? I get that point. But in a situation whereby the fault is yours, after all the money I have invested, after all the money I have paid, right? And then you still tell me that.
That actually means that the contract that you signed at a certain price, that price will float. So meaning that price will always change and always can change.
Okay. So after reading all this, I'm going to show you another contractor that just one call. Just one call. And what I like about this contractor, he don't talk too much. I mean, we haven't met him. The moment we spoke to him, I was convinced. I was convinced. And another thing was this. When I asked him, can I just see what you have done? You know how many pictures he sent me and videos? I had to tell him that's enough. I had to tell him that's enough. As if that was not enough, I asked him, can you please give me the contact numbers of these people that you have built houses for them? You know what? He gave me a series of numbers, and as he was sending it, I was calling those people.
You call it immediately.
Immediately, so that he won't have, if he was not correct or if he was not clean, so he wouldn't have time to call those people and inform them somebody was about to call you. Now, as he was sending the numbers, we were making a call. My husband was calling one, I was calling one. Fortunately, they picked. And oh my God, they told us awesome things, amazing things about this person.
All kind of people, diasporans, Gambians.
The people he's
in UK.
working with are not even there, but he delivered. The moment he tell you, and guess what? He doesn't just do cockers. He does from the beginning to the end and hand over the keys to you.
Foundation to turnkey.
Before I said Jack, this man has done to the lintel level just within a month. My dear, just within 2 months, right?
2 months.
Now, if I ask for his permission to actually let people know him, then I'll let you know this guy. He is amazing. He's somebody you will just hand over all the money you want to work with and go to bed. Without charges, without penalties, but everything is on him. If he fails to deliver, it's on him. After the building, 2 years warranty.
Yeah, 2-year warranty of defects. And your last payment is due 4 months after he's finished. That's a guarantee.
That's a guarantee.
So if anything that he hasn't done, you retain the last payment.
Who does that? But these people did exactly.
With a 4-year defect clause.
But the other people, what's their name, honey? I don't know them, but I address them as the other people. The first contractors, right? You will have to pay them upfront before they even do anything. You have to finish paying them the money before they even finish the calculus. Who does that? Okay, now, so I think when I first started talking to her, this video might just take a little while.
Just for the record?
Yeah.
I signed that contract in a day.
Talk about the new person.
As soon as I read through it.
I said
I
after.
had no problems with the contract.
I was so convinced.
Because his contract gives him more of the responsibility than the client.
Honey, what I like about him
goes on that contractor. That's in his contract. He put it in his own contract.
I said even till this very second I'm talking right now, we don't have no complaint. The moment you tell him, oh, what is this? He said, no, we haven't done this. We're about to do this one. He gives you details. And the other contractors will tell you that if they call you and then you don't pick up the call, it's on you. You have penalty to pay.
That's the other thing. I call this contractors my time.
My time.
10, 11
because we work.
10, 11 o'clock at night, my time, which is well into the night in the Gambia.
Okay, so this is it. I'm going to be reading a lot. This is first of all this is the wife. Then I'll read the one that the husband has been sending me. I mean, this contract never ends. He's always going back and forth. But
different price changes.
Exactly. As we are talking, prices are changing. Oh my God.
And it probably would have changed even had I signed the contract.
If you see this kind of people, you need to run.
Still would have changed.
You need to run because you want to build a house. You want to build something tangible for yourself. But you're meeting people that are very, very dishonest. You're meeting people that you feel that they want to do this for you.
Or just inexperienced.
Inexperienced and they're not honest. They're not honest. They are inexperienced. How you want to build me a house and you don't have nothing to show for it? You want to use my money and do rehearsals? or you want to use me and now do, okay, if I make mistake, it's on you with my own money. You don't do that. So let me start from here. I'm going to be reading all the things we have been through with them back and forth, to see if we'll be able to sign this contract with them. Thank you. So she said late payment, 7 days late payment is 2% weekly interest. Maximum is 10%. Who does that?
That's a bank.
Take off your shoes and run. Run far. Okay. In 30 days late, when you're late payment, like you're late for 30 days, project manager may terminate. Did you see that? Did you hear that?
Capital One.
Capital One is even good. What are you talking about? Okay. 30 days late, project manager may terminate plus retain 20% as cancellation fees. Who does that? It was that easy. Why did you leave America?
So my consequence is not getting a house and with fees on top of that. My only consequence should be if I'm not paying the money, I shouldn't get the house. Not fees on top. That's a loan.
Who does this?
I'm not taking out a loan
This
against my
is
own money.
in Africa. In Africa, such energy doesn't apply, right? It doesn't apply. You left America to go to Africa to do this to a brother coming from the same country where you ran away from? Come on now. Okay, why don't you put this on the locals? Why is it supposed to be diasporans that are vulnerable? Europeans? Come on now. We know this thing. I'm a Nigerian girl. That's not how it's done.
It might be illegal locally for the local government. Might see that as being illegal.
Honey, no. If this is legal, what about the guy that we have a new contract with them? We didn't have
No, I said illegal.
Illegal. Okay, I got that.
Exactly.
Okay, good. So, all payments, let me continue, please. Pardon me, because I'm going to explain one after the other. I haven't seen this before, so it's something that it's outrageous, right? Okay, so all payments are due within 7 days of receiving an invoice. Delayed payments beyond 7 days may result in a project pause or additional fees as detailed in this contract, right? So this is me now. I noticed the late payment condition included, but I wanted to mention that this specific clause may not be applicable or practical within the local context.
It's not.
I'm the one who sent her this. I was replying her. So this is her message. I just don't want to put because her number is on top. So this is the message. Okay, let me still showing. This is the message that she sent, right? But
just put the phone right on top.
Okay. This is the message, right? But maybe you might not see it like that. So I'll be reading it. So when I saw this, it was my forwarded message to her, responding to that. I want to go through that all over again. 7 days late, 2% weekly interest max, 10%. If you're 30 days late, there's a fee.
For the invoice.
Yes, for the fee. So project manager may terminate or return 20% as cancellation, right? So all payments are due within 7 days of receiving an invoice. You receive an invoice, so within 7 days, those payments gotta be made.
Like a bill from the bank.
Thank you.
Mortgage payment.
So delayed payments beyond 7 days may result in a project pause. So she has the right to tell me that my project gonna be paused because I delayed to pay. So what if...
I agree with that.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, the project should be paused.
Yeah. Of course it will be paused because I don't expect you to use your money to complete that. But what I'm saying is, it did not finish on that, right? If the project is being paused or additional fee as detailed in this contract, that's her. Then I now responded to this particular point because that's where my focus was.
That's where I was.
This is unimaginable, right? So I responded. I said, I noticed the late payment condition included, but I wanted to mention that this specific clause may not be applicable or practical within our local context, right? Within our local context,
Exactly.
where payment structures and timeline can differ. I appreciate it if we could review or possibly adjust that section to reflect a more locally relevant approach.
Which would be fair.
That's my message to her. Looking forward to a better, smooth agreement. That's what I sent to her, right? Which is, I just said, which is, the better way is, which is 0.005% for payment received after 30 days. And then back and forth, this went on and went on and went on. Then this is the termination terms right now. Scenario penalty. Clients terminate without clause 15% retention. They retain your 15%, right? Or remaining value contracts terminate for non-payment. Full retention of first payment, mutual termination, prorated payment of completed work. Then, I now said this is my another concern. In addition to the current retention, that's me saying that. In addition to the current retention clause of your proposed contract, in the event that the structure is found to be damaged, or if there are significant imperfections or deficiencies identified during the final inspection, particularly if they are not resolved or corrected in accordance with the agreed standards, we reserve, this is me telling her now, we reserve the right to retain 20% of the total project cost. This clause ensures the work meets acceptable quality standards and protects against incomplete or standard work at final handover. Also to safeguard against structural vulnerability that may arise from inadequate workmanship.
Right. This is part of the negotiating process. Trying to balance out. See, during this time, we were trying to balance out consequences on our side as well as the contractor's side. But they wouldn't hear of it. They always wanted one-sided. The only consequences incurred was on the client side.
Yeah, which I tried to let her know that we also have the right to retain if I find out that it is not what we actually wanted, or is not to the standard of what we needed. So we have the right to retain 20%. And this is what she said. Thank you for your message and for reviewing the contract in detail. Please note that the terms outlined in the contract, including the retention clause, are standard and designed to protect both parties. Now, you see where the lies comes in? Where on all the things I've been reading, are there any parts that says that this actually cover the clients?
There's no benefit for the client. Right?
Nothing.
It's all risk.
So my punishment, or what I did bad, was for me to call you or give you a contract to do for me. So that's just my offense for putting all these clauses and fees, late payment and all that on me, after crossing all the way to leaving bills and everything here I need to do, coming to build a place to stay. And this, he doesn't have such energy.
That's the consequence.
That's the consequence, right?
Yeah.
I see. So she now replied and said, okay, please note that the terms outlined in the contract, including the retention clause, and are standard and designed to protect both parties throughout the project. These terms are not subjected to modification. Did you hear that?
That's not how you negotiate a contract.
That is, her own is final. So regarding the proposed 20% retention clause, which I told her that if we have any defect, so this is going to be what we're going to we're retaining from them. So she said, regarding the proposed 20% retention clause, while we understand the intention behind it, we must clarify that this bill is entirely funded by client's payment, with all funds directly allocated to materials and labor as the project progresses. Because of this structure, retaining any portion of the payment would leave us unable to fulfill the work as agreed.
But that goes without saying. I mean, of course, the client has the fund.
But I still don't see where you cover me on this, that you said it's for both parties, right?
It's not.
So
it only benefit one party.
This is not a contract, right? This is not a contract, and nobody want to sign this contract. Now, this is a whole lot. I don't want to be reading all this. This is a whole lot. But what I want to be reading is the contract, the full contract, but not on this video. So what I'm trying to tell you is look for people like this, and when you see them, you run far. Africa is not that complicated like the US. You see a nice house, you have to go through all that process to get it. No, it's not done like that in the country where I was born and raised, and
but you're bringing
how
that,
I know
you're bringing
things,
those
how
complications.
things have been done.
Yeah, you're bringing those complications when you do stuff like that to Africa. And Africa they don't do that now.
You're not even experienced. That's just the thing.
Africa is about freedom.
And when they're not even experienced to have this kind of energy. Now, you only charge me all that money for just caucus. But the money we paid for us to get to the point where they hand over the keys is even lesser than the caucus. Right? So please, don't make...
the carcass itself is half of what their carcass would be.
So whichever way, this contractor, I'm going to ask him if I have to let people know about him, because he's already too choked up. I mean, he can handle, like, how many projects was he holding when he was
holding down when I initially talked to him? He said he was doing 10.
10, not even 8.
He said mine would be the last. He said he's not taking on any more.
Imagine that.
He took mine.
And none of those people are...
He's doing 10 projects.
And I bet you, I've never met him, right? But I bet you will go to sleep while he's handling your project.
And his quality of work.
He got drones.
It's up there.
I don't even ask him. I woke up to see videos, drones, how he did this place. You will be amazed. So after all that you have been through, wherever you are, Europe, US, wherever you are, and then somebody's out there trying to suck out or trying to extort money from you, or trying to feel that, or try to make you feel that, or they can build your dream house on top of your own money. No, you don't let that happen. So Diaspora, and be aware.
And it's a lot of that going on. These are not the only ones. There's a lot of that going on.
These have got to stop.
And they're from the diaspora.
When you see people like this, please expose them. It hurt me so bad to see that, or to hear that. I will
expose everyone. I don't care.
To hear
what
that.
Blackmail you got or what.
It hurt me to hear that after all that you've been through, you have been saving, working 2-3 jobs, save money, and you know that you want to build your dream house. You want to build something tangible for yourself and for your family, for all that you have done. And then somebody's out there trying to, take that money from you. No, you can't let that happen. So please be aware. If you need to go places in Gambia or go places, Gambia is just a little place. It's a little country where you can just explore things by yourself. You don't need to pay nothing.
Many of the tour
To
sites.
let people show you nothing.
Many of the tour sites I've been on.
Get a taxi. Don't even let them know you're diaspora. Take a taxi. Tell the taxi.
Yeah, most of the
In
time,
fact,
a local will take you to these places.
Yeah, you don't have to pay nothing. You donate $5. You donate what you want to donate. It's that easy. What is this with all this thought? And is it? Come on now. Don't let people build house on top of your head when you're going to Africa.
Gambia is the smallest country in Africa. Come on now.
You don't need to let people take you for.
It's not like going on tours in the U.S.
It doesn't even need that tour.
Different. It's different.
You need to do the tour for yourself.
I walked into tour sites, not even known as a tourist. I just walked in there.
Okay, so they want to
stumbled in there.
These people just want to be a jack of all trade and master of none. That's what they say, right? You cannot just do one thing and be fulfilled that you have done it successfully. You want to grab this one. You want to grab this one. You want to grab. Calm down. So this is what you want to do. You just leave America and say that, okay, when I go to Africa, I'll make people see that, okay, I want to arrive. So this is it. When you go to Africa, you feel that you're away from the laws, right? So this place has no law. You can do what you want. No, there are people that know. When you want to travel to Gambia, read, do your tour. Find out places you want to visit. Just get a taxi and then go there.
I mean, the Gambia is
nice people.
It's not even complicated. You can walk around and just grab any local. They're so welcoming. They're so friendly. All you have to do is ask them where to go. They will take you there. They will be your personal guide throughout the day. Sometimes I have to tell some of them, no, I don't need a guide. I'm good right now. They're ready to guide you. They're at your beck and call.
You don't need all that. If you don't have what to do with all that money, there are people that need it. Walk into that Gambia. You have homes that people need that money. It goes along with them just dashing out like that in the name of, I just want to, what tour? You don't need all that tour. All you need is, come on, I need to go get a taxi. Where is this? And you don't pay nothing. It's just donations. And that's it. If you're very generous, if that donation is $5, which is $5 for snake, what is it called?
Well, I've been to I seen the baboons. That was $20.
Snake what? What is that place called?
Oh yeah, the reptiles.
Reptile.
Snake. Yeah, the snake park. Yeah.
You can just go there and
that was what, $5-7. I've been to the baboons. I seen the baboons. That's $20. I went to the what is that? The crocodiles. That was a donation because one of the locals grabbed me from the hotel. I just walked down there with the local and he showed me the crocodile park and I gave a donation. I didn't even have no money in my pocket.
So you don't need all that. Just do your thing. You see a nice house, like I just told you, just get a taxi, go around the place. You see a nice house, if you don't know no contractor, you go there and then you find some houses that you like. Then from there you can contact whoever built the house. It's that easy.
Because they're usually working on the site. They're usually building.
There is no way you won't find nobody in the site. Anytime you go to the site, you find someone there. At least there are site managers, there are site people that are just taking care of the equipment and all the things there. You can just ask questions. I will give you the number. It's not that complicated like, wherever you, like the US. It's not even complicated.
Yeah, well, nobody don't want to give you information. Gambia is not like that. All you got to do is go outside and you got tour guides all around you.
So, before I go, don't let somebody build a house on top of your head after you have worked hard wherever you live and you feel that, okay, I need a comfortable home in my place or in the Gambia or wherever in Africa. It is not right.
Yeah,
this have got to stop.
Yeah, it's got to end.
So, or you'll be an American, you just
because anytime I see it, I'm exposing it. I'm sorry.
You go to a country and see your brother and you relax thinking it's your brother, not knowing it's your enemy. That's not right. Anybody that want to steal from you, extort from you, is not your friend. He's not your friend. He's not looking out for you. He doesn't want the best for you, thinking he can extort money from you. That's not the best thing to do to a brother.
I'm not the one. I wasn't born yesterday. Sorry. I'm not the one.
So please, guys, look out for people like this. Don't fall a prey to people like this. Don't fall a victim. Open your eyes. Ask questions. It is better to ask questions than fall into the wrong hands. It is not worth it. Traveling all the way to go fall into your wrong hands. It is not the best. I wish you all the best, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you and stay blessed. Bye.